guys, it's Evie and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a everyday autumn makeup look. So I did one a few weeks ago and it was like a full-on glam one. So I thought I would do a more like everyday look. You could wear either, you can do whatever you want on like an everyday basis. But I just decided I would do a little bit more of a natural look for fall. I'm going to make it quite warm. I really hope you guys do enjoy this video. Please be sure to give it a massive thumbs up as always and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, which is the one you're on right now, EvieEllen, and really hope you enjoy the video and let's get started. I'm using my Liquid Lips in Earl Grey tea just to moisturise my lips before I start, and then I'm going to prime my eyelids with my NYX concealer. I haven't actually used it in absolute ages, so it looks like this. And I'm just going to put it on my eyelids to prime. And I don't actually have like an eyelid primer that I use. I literally just use concealer and it works really well. So yeah, and this is quite a thick concealer, so it like keeps it on, if you know what I mean. And I'm going to use my new Beauty Blender. Look how amazing and new this is, to blend this in. Using my Stay Matte powder and this little like pointed foundation brush. I'm just setting my eyelid just so eyeshadow like doesn't crease or anything. And then I'm going to move on to my eyeshadow. So I'm going to be using my Morphe 19, no, oh my gosh, it's 25A, I thought it was the 19A. 25A palette, and I love this. It's a Copper Spice one, and I'm gonna go ahead and use it today. I'm gonna start off by using my Morphe M139 brush. I'm literally just gonna go in with like all of these browns, and I'm just gonna put that in my crease as like a transition. I'm doing like a really warmish eyeshadow look today, but I'm not really, it's more like, because I really like red eyeshadow, so I do that a lot, but I'm gonna try and make this more like browny. I think I'm gonna take a more fluffy brush. I'm gonna take this one by eBay and just fluff it in. Put it on with the Morphe brush and then I'll blend it out with this one from eBay. Literally these eBay brushes are so good. The bigger ones I don't think are as good, but I really like the eyeshadow ones that I got from eBay. I just realised I forgot to put on my moisturiser, so I'm just going to use my Nip and Fab Teen Skin moisturiser, and I'm going to go ahead and put this on. Apparently this is good for zero shine. If you have oily skin, I'm guessing this will be good, and a good primer for makeup kind of, because it like keeps your skin matte. I think gets rid of the shine. I really don't know what my skin is like. Sometimes it's dry, like around my nose it's sometimes dry, so I'm just gonna put a bit more there. It's mainly just like normal and sometimes a combination. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use my primer water. I'm using this now just because it means that like it will have time to like sink into my skin. So I'm gonna use the Smashbox one and just prime, and then while that settles in I'm gonna go back into the eyeshadow. So again, I'm just taking my eBay brush and continuing to like blend that color out, and I'm just gonna take like a mixture of browns really from here. So I'm gonna go back in with this brown in my crease. I'm using like some matte reds as well. This is like all matte on my outer corner as well, just to buff that out. One eye looks a bit more red, so I'm just gonna put some more brown. Literally that's what you can do with this. You can trial and error. If one eye looks a different sort of color, that one looks a lot more brown in my opinion. So I just go back in on this eye, add a bit of brown. So I try to make my eyes a similar color, but I feel like one still looks a little bit red, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm using my Fit Me concealer now and this brush, which is actually Bethany's, so thanks babe. I'm just gonna use a bit of this concealer, and the reason I use this one is because it's quite high coverage, so it will be more effective. I'm just gonna put that on my eyelid. I'm really not going for like a whole cut crease, and once I've done this it really doesn't look like a cut crease. It just kind of looks like the bronzy color that I'm gonna put on is like more popping. So I'm not putting it through a whole eyelid, just probably like 3/4, because I want to keep that color that I put like right in the outer corner there. Okay, so basically with this one it kind of went a bit high up, so all you do if that happens is literally just go back in with that brush from before and like buff it. Okay, and then once I've done that, I think I'm just gonna use my fingers. I feel like it might be easier. I'm just gonna use my Stay Matte powder and set that concealer so it doesn't go anywhere. So now I'm going to go ahead and use this Real Techniques detailer brush, and I'm going to use the LA Girl strobe light, and I'm going to put this on my eyelid. I didn't want to go for like a too bronzy color because I wanted to make the eyeshadow quite light, and the bronzy color would have deepened it up. So if you want to make it more like autumny, then you could go for like a bronzy color. I really like the crease colors because they do remind me of autumn. I just want to apply just a bit of highlighter on my eyelid. You can literally use highlighter and double it up and use it as eyeshadow because it's so good. So yeah, that is the really simple eyeshadow look. I'm now going to go ahead and curl my lashes with my eyelash curlers. Okay, so now I'm going to use my Too Faced mascara. I really like the look it gives, and if you know me you'll know that I love mascara, so I'm just even if it's a natural look, I have to use my most unnatural mascara. Anything that's on my eyelid, I literally just blend out in a minute. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this off because I need to hold the mirror quite close to do it, and then I'll be back with you when I've done top lashes on both eyes. Okay, so now I'm using, as always, my brow, and I'm gonna use Anastasia brow brush, and I'm just gonna brush them up. Right, I'm gonna hold this close to me, guys, and I'm gonna try and do it. I'll be back when I finish. So once I have filled them in, I did them quite like brushed up and fanned out, or at least I tried to, so hopefully they look correct. But now I'm going to use my Gimme Brow, and I'm going to fill in any small sparse areas and to just brush them how I want them to be brushed, and it just keeps them in place. So I'm going to use my MAC Strobe Cream, which has lasted for ages. This is just a sample in Pink Light. I don't think I'll ever buy the actual full one just because I think it's like £30, but it's really good. And I'm just going to put this on the high points of my face, and I'm just basically blending it all over like I would a moisturizer. I'm gonna aim it around the places where I put it, like my cheekbones, but to make it look a bit more natural and just like I've got a nice healthy natural glow, I am just gonna sort of blend it around as well. Okay, so I'm also going to use a little bit of my High Beam from Benefit because I want to look quite naturally glowy under my makeup. The powder will probably make it disappear a little bit, but I am gonna try. And I would like not powder today just to get that glow going, but I cannot like not powder. I just like, obviously if you don't powder, that's fine, but like for me, when I don't powder, I just don't like the feeling of it. So, and then now I'm super glowy and looking like I have a beautiful glowy complexion. I'm going to move on to concealer. So I'm going to start by concealing around my eyebrows, which is something I've been doing recently. I'm only going to conceal around the top because I've just highlighted under my eyebrows and I've got the eyeshadow on. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of the Fit Me on the back of my hand, again using this brush, which is Bethany's, and I'm going to go above and I basically just make a line. I think this concealer might be a tad orange for me. I'm not really sure, but I love it. Okay, so now I'm using again the Fit Me concealer, and I'm going to use that under my eyes, and I basically just do like dots on my face just to give an even complexion. And then I'm also going to use my NYX one because, as you might be able to tell, the NYX one is quite a bit lighter, so it will help to highlight my skin as well as make the other one not be as orange. And now I'm going to go ahead and use my Beauty Blender and about our all concealer. If you're looking to buy this Fit Me concealer, I would recommend really making sure that it's your skin colour, because I think it does oxidize a tad. So if it's a little bit dark for you already, it might go a little bit dark. For me, because I have applied the lighter one and it just kind of works with my skin, so it's fine, but you just want to really make sure that it is good. So I'm using my buffing brush by Real Techniques as well, just because when my Beauty Blender isn't like completely bouncy and wet, it can be a little bit hard to blend out the concealer. So I am just going to go back in with my buffing brush just to make sure everything is fully blended. And then, by the way, in the next one I'm in the shade 2, and then in the Fit Me I'm in the shade 20, and some of you who may have seen Fit Me in stores may be like, well, why don't you just get shade 10? Basically, for some reason, as far as I know, 20 is lighter than 10. I don't really know why that is, but it just is. So I recommend checking that before you buy it, because I think it goes 20 is the lightest, then 10, then 30 I think it is, or 15, I'm not sure. But yeah. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and set my skin. I have still got a little bit of that glow left. I'm just going to top it up with powder highlight as well. But under my eyes, I'm going to go in just with my fingers. Actually, I might use this foundation brush because then I can get like right under my eyes like that. And the main place I'm setting are like under my eyes because this is where it's most likely to crease. So I'm just going to go ahead and pack some powder just under there just to set it. And then I'm going to use this brush also on my forehead, tad down my nose, and like on my chin. And then what I'm going to do is literally just take my powder brush, my big one from Real Techniques, and just go all over, but like so lightly. I'm literally just, there we go, just pan on my skin. I still have a tad glow. I don't think you can see on camera, but I do. And now I'm going to go ahead and smoke some things, I guess, under my eyelid. I think I'm going to use this Morphe brush, and I'm going to go back in to the palette, and on the outer corner I'm going to go ahead and use a mix of the darker and the lighter brown that I used, and then I'm just going to go under my eyes, and then on the other eye. And then on the inner half, I'm going to use my defining brush and go in with the highlighter colour, and I'm also going to use my finger. So yeah, that is the eye makeup, but I am going to put on some bottom lash mascara. So Helena, please could you go into the bottom drawer? Moving on to bottom lash mascara, I'm going to be using my Baby Roll by L'Oreal to a little bit on my bottom lashes. Moving on, I'm gonna bronze my face with, as always, my Too Faced bronzer. I'm gonna use this eBay brush because it helps to like chisel your cheeks a bit more. I find with like these bronzers, you need to kind of blend them out fast because otherwise they like set on your skin. So I'm gonna just blend upwards with this brush. If you blend downwards, it will look like your cheekbones like kind of going in a like downwards motion, I feel like. So I'm just gonna do that, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of the bronzer. I find if you like can't blend something out, go ahead and take a fluffier brush, pick up more of it, and then it will kind of help it blend out. And for me, for some reason, it always looks like I have a line there where it hasn't been blended out, but I don't. So ignore that. Going upwards. I love this bronze so much. If you've been on my channel for a while, you'll know this because I use it practically every makeup video. Okay, so I'm just gonna also put that on my temples. Love, 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 love bronzing my temples. It's, oh my gosh. And like this part of my head. I just think it looks so nice. I'm also gonna get that jawline going on my chin. So now I'm gonna make sure this, okay, I'm not gonna highlight my face with that one. I'm going to, I think I'm just gonna use my fingers because that's probably the best bet. Use my LA Girl Strobe Light Powder, and it's just a highlighter that I also use as my eyelid colour, so it'll complement that well. And I'm gonna use that as like my highlight for today because it's a gorgeous colour and it's perfect for highlight. I'm also gonna use this fan brush that, again, Bethany gave me. Thanks, G. Every second of the year, I love a bit of a glow popping. I'm also going to put a little bit of this in my inner corners so it kind of runs down from the eyelid colour to the inner corner, and it will just look quite nice. And I think I'm going to go with this Real Techniques brow brush I used to use all the time, but I don't use this much anymore because it's quite thick. But I'm going to use this right under the eyebrows because it will really help to lift them up. So for lips, I decided to put on a mix of like 2 lipsticks. So I used the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in London and the MAC lipstick in Velvet Teddy because this is a little bit more pinky and then this is a bit more like orangey brown. So perfectly they fit together, and it's like a orangey pinky brown, and it's like the perfect colour. It goes with the eyeshadow, and I think it really screams like a full autumn life. So yeah, that is basically a makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to give it a massive thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and subscribe, and yeah, I will see you next week. Bye! So down here are my social medias, so you should make sure to definitely go and check those out, and click down here to check out my last video and to also subscribe to my channel. I love you, and I'll see you soon.